You thought I never told so about
Marise. Ogo ba ke ba go mella mapolisana bona fa. Akatla kwa.
Mona yenyo Canada.
Ana bona lanza ipisa maponesa chuka ba mbazizira ka ka ntsaba. Ba kokotetse matshangana ba fositse monyako ntsaba ba. Police.
SAPS has got the best men and women who can take on the Zama Zamas. They must just go and take out the Zama Zamas under those holes. Any Zama Zama that tries to shoot SAPS, they must drop them dead. They must not negotiate with them. Anyone who knows the police are coming down, because police are going to announce that we are coming down, and you know that it is the police that are coming down and you still shoot, they must drop them dead. All of them. Including those who are displaying firearms. Anyone who displays a firearm against the state is a declaration of war.
Authorities have blocked food supply to the miners underground. Some members of the community, some of their family members have been going there trying to give them food. The police, together with the army, they've blocked those food supplies, trying to force some of the miners to come out. And what you see on your screen right now is some of those miners resurfacing as well. Some of them. It will be interesting to see just how many they are. But from what I can see here, quite a lot of those miners, many of them spend months on end underground. In some instances, we've heard family members saying that they receive their medication, their chronic medication underground. I'm just noticing, I don't know if you can see that many of them look so young.
Mashani politically incorrect. What is a Zama Zama? What is a Zama Zama? So a Zama Zama will be in other countries they call them artisanal miners. So in South Africa, because we were colonized, the colonization is called the colonization of a special type, because we were. In other countries, what these guys that we call Zama Zamas are actually doing it on a full-time basis, and they've got a name, they've got a ticket, and pressure has always been there to say, let's recognize these people, let's just give them a way and areas where they can do it for free. But in South Africa, it's dominated by guys outside our borders, because it's a high-risk environment. And unlike many other countries in South Africa, this thing is, how do I put it, is mined in deep areas where it's very difficult. But why am I doing this? I want the perspective of how ruthless we are to compose with who are these people. Let me first show you who are they, because during Marikana, people were saying, but these people who you say we must defend, these people, are they as innocent? Now let's watch who are they and what they say. For those who do not understand the language, whether it's Xhosa or Sesotho, mostly Sesotho. People call them Marashi, other people. So let's hear about them. Thank you.
When I was home, I had to give us home. It really is that I got fell. The winter taking behind when I was Hannah Patajan and I was even to go up under the Kuta. I said, you are whole and what would be my yard?
Where's the cake? This one is the rifle. This one is the rifle. This one is the pistol. Yeah, here it is. No, not Chinason was Peru Tarfason. No Chinese Chinason, when I don't turn rifle the back. Them smart. You don't want us to still do it. You don't want us to. Now, what about Liam? No, here are they. These are the.
Marise, ogoga bage bagomella mapolisana bwana afata. Akatla kwa.
Mona yenyo kanata.
Ana bwana alanza ibiza maponesa achuka bawo mbazizira kakanze bawe. Bakokotetse machangana bafusitse munyako nze bawe. Police. Ya wana bakupya auto police yakaje ngalo watha.
Sizizwa njani mfethu?
Hayi ngizizwa right.
Awusabi.
Angisavani sengibotshiwe ngingafanga.
Unesikhathi esingakanani mfethu wenza lo msebenzi?
2 weeks and hayi manje sengingenile 2 weeks and 3 days. 2 weeks and 3 days ngiphansi.
Lapha ngaphansi.
Ngapha ngaphansi. 2 weeks and 3 days.
Usuka pha.
eZimbabwe. Yeah.
Where are you from?
Mozambique.
Where are you from?
Mozambique.
You're all from Mozambique. Shaft. Bantole shaft bani? Yeah? Shaft 7.
I do not want to dwell much on where do I sit on the fence, but let's just explain. Number one, so our politics is the politics of going for the low-lying fruit. So this would be in instance, so this is my attempt to say, we are not, even if we do a commission of inquiry about who are these people, we will find who they are, but who sends them, the commission of inquiry may stop that and may not even go further than that, because the people who should be investigating chances are they are the instigators and they know who are these instigators. And I want to tell you that even though I can't prove it, and most of us can't prove it, but the politicians are in this. People who own mines are in this. Security companies are in this. Truckers are in this. I mean, don't go far. I mean, just look at the chrome gangs in Limpopo, the Platinum Belt. These people are known. Who are these Zama Zamas? It's a big syndicate. People want to act as if those people are inhuman and stuff. Someone buys a mine, they get the mining rights. It's so difficult to mine there, and it's not profitable to mine it in the standard way of hiring 500 people, give them UIF, give them this and that. So they get these mines, they operate legally on a certain section, on a certain section they don't go. This is where they hoy in these people. So these people are going to buy, are going to sell whatever they get to them. Once they sell it to them, then they give it to, and then he washes it into the right. Whatever it is, I don't know mining, but I mean, the people have been saying this for a long time, and we know. So let's talk about the human rights. These people are Mozambicans, Basotho, Bashona, I would say to an extent Amandebele, and this is just subliminal information that I have. These are our people, the people who are using them. You know, if we're saying the full might of the law, blah, 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 I understand now. I honestly agree with you. But these people are just the face of the real mafias who's handling them. And if you ask me, what then should happen? Should we have mercy? Well, it's difficult to give mercy to someone who deliberately breaks a law. So if we say we exterminate them and then we follow the money, and even those who send them, then we exterminate them, it will be a different ball game. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Who are they selling to? And then who are those people selling to? You don't have to implicate yourself. And if at any point you feel funny, I'll answer the questions for you.
Yeah. So I've got a couple of theories, and my theories developed as I
engage Zama Zamas. Because I know some of them. I've met some of the Lamachita.
Yeah. So one, I think the mine operators themselves, they're probably involved, but they will never say it, you know.
Because they still want the 50 million?
Of course.
But they don't want to pay 30 million, but they can get it for 15.
Yeah.
And not pay taxes.
Yeah.
And not have to deal with human rights violations.
Have to trade, you don't have to do
no
nothing.
labor laws.
Nothing. Yes, 100%. Now you've got it. So that's one of my theory. And
the big mine owners are the ones behind Zama Zama.
Yeah.
With the help of government? Because we don't have borders and things here.
Why is it's so easy to close these places? Just go put a shaft. It's like one hole. You can just go put a concrete and close it.
But they're not closed.
Why are they not closing them?
Sasi now a plastic city.
Yes. In Spring Brakpan. Is it Brakpan? Is it where?
Might be.
Yes.
Springs Brakpan.
Plastic City.
Plastic
City. Yes.
Sasibona Mozambican guys. Zama Zama iphume Spanini.
Yes.
I was in Germiston as well at a squatter camp called Rasta with some guys from Lesotho today looking dusty.
Here in Joburg, man, when you're driving
towards the east on the entry.
Yes, they're just there. I mean, how many metro corps and police and everybody passing there? I mean, nothing happens. I made an example yesterday to say, actually, these things sometimes they just being designed or being left like that because we don't understand what value they bring to who.
Correct.
I had a conversation and I was asking, people believe that these Hiluxes and GD6 and whatever and Fortunas, when they go to Mozambique, then I asked the question, I don't think there's more than 100 roads going to Mozambique with these things. And you can't fly with the car. So, to Mozambique. Yeah. So I was like, how many roads are there? I mean, there's maybe one border and maybe the other road from Swaziland side, but you need to go through Swaziland maybe to go out there or whatever the case might be. But those guys want easy stuff. They don't want to deal with, because
it becomes too expensive. You might as well buy a new car.
Yeah, it becomes too risky. Yeah. So they say it's like probably one road that goes out.
Sure.
So I said, okay, it's easy. To safeguard South Africans, you can just go build a wall.
Sure, go close the road.
Just go build a big wall, big strong wall, and then you close the road. But no. And it's going to be very cheap and South Africans are going to feel very safe or whatever the case. Just go.
Big business, you agree with me that you think politicians might also be involved? By involved, I mean turn a blind eye. Maybe some of the big minds that are funding them.
Turning blind eyes.
Because some of your favorites, whether in politics, whether in sports, whether in academia, and mostly in government and in business, are involved in this. And once you put this allegation to someone, then you might sing a different tune. Your family might be involved in this. Because I see a lot of Africans, kill them, don't give them water. We've got people who are, let's be honest, if they were to show, and of course, a good example will be me giving you an example of a certain name, but if I do, I mean, you know there are a lot of South African political families that are in mining. Many of them. You know them. And I don't want to cast aspersions, because the problem with me casting aspersions is you will then say, oh, Mashian, all along when you say people are involved, you are meaning this family. But you know these families. You know these families. The families who are in politics and who are in mining. In fact, the biggest, I mean, you know, just Google, just say, you'll know there's a lot of, these people are involved in a lot of things. And they could be involved in Zama Zama because they've got mining rights. But anyway, I just want you to, let's comment. Tell me what you think about this. And if after you are given the list of who are these people who are involved, who are these people who are sending Zama Zamas, if you are given that list and your favorites appear there, would you still want harsh punishment? I've said a lot about illegal foreigners. illegal foreigners like the spaza shop and everything. These people, once they cross the border, they become free exploited tools. People will exploit them. The rich exploit them to do whatever they want with them. They can use them as Zama Zamas. They can use them as farm laborers, people that you just push into a sweatshop. A sweatshop will be an underpaying slavery kind of factory. You put them, they give you a high production rate with low labor costs, and you milk millions. And because they are not accounted for, you get rid of them very easy. George is an example. We've been telling our foreign nationals that, guys, the energy you are using in South Africa, you might want to use it fighting for your own country. And I say it with Mozambique pressure, at least relenting. But it's sad. I grew up on the border of Kruger National Park. And when I grew up, Mozambique was a war-ravaged country. And this riot will just show you that these Zama Zamas are going to increase. We're still going to have migrant laborers. People who cross the Kruger National Park on foot because they need to cross into South Africa. On foot, if it's at night, they climb trees and hope night animals don't catch them there because they have to go in a group. We grew up listening to these stories, and it's still happening. Sometimes we speak about this, and it's because it's trivial. You have not seen these people, you have not met them. You think otherwise. But I just want you on a humanitarian level. I'm not saying we must not mete out the harsh sentence against them. If we do, and we find out even your favorites are involved there, because those are the real criminals, the mafia that's behind them, would you want the same force meted against them? Your favorites? Masha and politically incorrect, let me leave it at that and not get emotional. Just tell me what you feel about it. There is no way you can control borders in a democratic country that observes human rights. As long as you've got human rights, nothing will come right. And I'm not saying suspend human rights. I'm just telling you. Thank you. Bye.